And welcome back, everybody, to the Fifth Line Podcast. We are back. This time we are back sans Nicholas, because
It's the first time.
Even though he said, I'll bring my stuff home so that, if I can, I will, he did not bring his stuff home. So yeah,
That's
first
okay.
time we're not going to be seeing Nick on an episode, so we'll see. Less yelling, I guess, probably.
Yeah,
we'll
one
see.
thing I'm gonna say, if Nick watches this, it was weird, watching when I missed last week's episode, watching it felt so strange. I was like, wow, this is
Is
this
it
is
weird
weird not
seeing
being
it?
a part of
Yeah.
it. It is weird, no, but it's also awesome because I do enjoy watching you guys. Like, honestly, it's cool. It's like just take a step outside of your workplace and
See how it is without you.
take a look at you're just like, oh, okay, like
Yeah.
so yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, the ladies of the NWHL have foregone their opportunity by getting
Complete
corona.
the season. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So the NWHL season has been fully suspended, and Ben, you said there were talks to do it again later.
They've mentioned
it.
like the commissioner said in their like season-ending press conference that they're like their hopes are to complete it, but I imagine if it is ever done, it probably won't be in Lake Placid because
They're gonna say no, probably.
Yeah, they're probably gonna say no after all this. But
Do it in
yeah,
an ODR. That's what I say.
that would be fun.
That'd be sweet.
But it's just unfortunate. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. After the Riveters pulled out, I was like, okay, they can maybe still work this if like they can get this all wrapped up. But like if they're all good, like it might still work out. But then the night before they like suspended the season, the Whale voluntarily left, and I was like, I'm thinking this might mean something. Might be coming, and then sure enough, the next day they decided to call it.
Well, when 1/3 of your league leaves,
Yeah,
it's like at this point, it's like, well,
yeah.
But yeah, I forget for the Whale, did they leave because they didn't want to get sick, or because they had people that were sick, or is it both?
The league wasn't releasing like which teams had however many cases was their like stance they took was they weren't going to release numbers or whatever. And then the Whale pulled out, and I remember it was cited that they didn't feel safe in the bubble was the reason why.
Okay. Probably because it was not a bubble.
Yeah, it wasn't. It very clearly wasn't. Like their protocol was to only really travel between their hotel and the rink, but
probably should have.
That's a bit of distance. That's like walking down Main Street at Lake Placid, and everything from like what we've heard around up here in terms of just stuff like chatter we've heard was like they were just going up and down Main Street. And I'm like, not to say that was the reason cases got in, but
I think
it could have been.
Yeah, well, we talked about this the other day when we were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But, I think, like you said, I think probably a lot of the cases just came in from the beginning. Because if they weren't able to quarantine and whatnot, because so many people get this and don't have symptoms.
Yeah.
So it's just easy to just shoot everywhere.
And from everything I've heard, like I don't remember the exact timeline, but I was just thinking it ended up being like usually 4 or 5 days of time that they would have been maybe if you were lucky, just because they're all the players, like they don't get paid enough to only do this. They generally have full-time jobs, and it's already 2 weeks for the tournament that they'd be trying to get off, and then to try to get another 2 weeks before that to then do like the whole quarantine thing where it'd be like basically locked airtight that you would actually be okay if you did that. It just wasn't realistic for all of them, but I don't know.
That's what I was gonna.
It's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say though, Benny. You brought up a good point. Like, we think with NHL players, right? That's always what people think of for the bubble, right? And it's like, oh yeah, they have the 2 weeks and they play, but like you said, like for these women's hockey players, like their lives outside of the game still need to keep going. So how are you gonna tell someone, oh, take 2 weeks off from your job?
Yeah, it's not realistic.
With everything going, it's not realistic at all. So again, it's not really a bubble. That's what it comes back.
Sort of unfortunate that the opportunity to get onto NBCSN had to happen in a in this situation.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh,
it would have been really good
if
it could have. I mean, well, hopefully, maybe they do resume it at some point, it will get broadcast. But it's certainly not where they want to be.
It also
right here.
It also will not be NBCSN.
It'll be USA.
It'll be USA. Yeah, because they're getting.
Yeah, because they're moving all their programming over to USA. I forgot about that whole development.
Yeah. So, but I mean, and that's where people will go for hockey.
Yeah.
If they're in the US.
It's going to be interesting to see how that production changes in terms of who stays on. I don't know. I feel like there's room for a lot to change there. Like you watch NBCSN for a broadcast, and it's
get rid of Pierre.
This is the best that the National American broadcast can be. Is this?
I like some of the guys. I like
some
Patrick Sharp.
Patrick Sharp's great.
I like,
but
Anson
he's more
Carter.
Recent. Anson Carter's also pretty good. Yeah.
I'm okay with their host guy.
Kevin Jones.
No, I'm good with that guy too. But
he's all right, yeah.
Ian Craig. I have no idea, dude. It's the dude who wears glasses. I'll look it up later.
Anyway,
but I'm good with them. But yeah, definitely, hopefully, an opportunity to shed some of the dead Pierre Maguire weight, please.
Yeah.
Dead Pierre Maguire.
Hopefully, the NWHL will be able to kind of recover from this. Yep. I mean, I'm sure they will be to some degree, and hopefully they'll be able to get this season completed at some point. But yeah, just kind of unfortunate news all around this week.
Yep,
for them.
Yeah, but some good news for Ovi. What was it on your shirt? It was like
Ovi
I
had that
or something.
It was the Russian, is it Cyrillic alphabet, something like that. It was the Russian alphabet.
Yeah,
but it was Ovechkin spelled out in the Russian, and it looked like Obi Forkin.
Yeah, there was like 4.
It was something, but Ovechkin.
He scores goal 709 and takes sole possession of 7th all time.
709. What is Gretzky?
Oh geez,
8
something.
9. Is it 890? Is it close to 900, or is that way too high?
That might be too high.
Wait.
He has 800. Oh wow, no, you were actually low, Eric. It's 894.
Wow. 894. Yeah, so 890ish. Okay.
Minus.
Dang.
709.
Dang.
So 185 goals is what 186, because you'd have to get this 86
you'd
to
have
pass
to get that last one to pass.
186 goals. Alex Ovechkin is
36.
He is.
I think
he is 35.
Okay.
So
we did the math.
35-year-old, 186 goals. Let me see. 186.
Man, that's
it's gonna
lot.
Be close. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be
86.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing too. If he gets close, do we throw an asterisk on there? Because he's had multiple seasons get shortened.
Oh, I think he easily, for all the lockout he had.
Yeah, with lockouts.
He got drafted, and then the lockout where the whole season went away happened. And then he played, and then in 2012-13, he lost half a season. And then he lost 10 games that he probably would have scored a bunch more to COVID.
And then he's got another half season.
And then, this year, he's got another 56-game season. There's just been so many cases. But, if he could average, I just did the math, if he could average 40 goals for another 4.65 seasons, he would pass.
Okay.
There we
He's
go.
a 35-year-old Alex Ovechkin.
He could do it.
He hasn't dropped off.
He could totally
everybody's always been like, oh yeah, he's going to drop off. He hasn't yet.
Not yet. He will eventually.
I just I don't know when that's going to come.
You know what's going to happen?
It's going to be this year, and he just keeps not having it happen.
He has the Gretzky number in his mind, so he's using that as inspiration, and then as soon as he hits that, he's just going to fall over and be an old guy.
No, I 100% believe that Alex Ovechkin is the type of hockey player who's if he he obviously knows he's that close to that. And he is so uber competitive enough that I think hell yeah, he'd go for it. I mean, if the one thing that would maybe change my mind is if Washington really falls off.
Yeah,
well, for one, I think after this year, he needs a new contract.
Yep.
I think.
Okay.
Yes.
I think so. That sounds correct to me. Let me check.
I'm fairly certain he is, but either way, like, I don't think Washington's going to fall off this year. They seem to be okay. So far, at least early in the season, although they've had a really tough time against Buffalo a few games, which had me a little like, but
they did actually. Okay yeah. Sabres actually played pretty close.
Unless they like hella fall off this year, maybe miss the playoffs, I think he's still going to re-sign with them. But it'll be interesting to see for how long, and if it's like a short, like 2 or 3, and like by the end of that he's still going strong, and they are very not, because I could see that situation with them before too long, just because they're getting to the point where they have a lot of veteran guys that have gotten signed to bigger deals, and like I could see them going down that path. It'd be interesting to see if he would go to another team to then try to get the record, or if he would just retire. I don't know. Or if he'd go. He's also always said that he wants to go back to Russia and play for Dynamo. Fuck, there's 2 Dynamos in the KHL, and I don't remember which one is the one he wants to go back to, but it's one of them. He wants to go back to play whatever the team it was that he played with before in the KHL before he came to the NHL. He wants to go back there to end his career. So that's just kind of interesting to think about in like these next like 3 to 4 years with him. What could happen?
Yeah.
Who knows?
What do you think he picks if it's between, because I feel like if he gets the record, he's retiring that year because he's going to be.
Oh no! I think if he gets a record in a season, he'll be done after that season. Like he won't stop as soon as he gets it.
No, that's what I meant. I meant at the end of the season. But what if he's too beat up to go back and play for Dynamo? What do you think his decision is?
The KHL is good, but like. A beat up NHL Ovechkin could go crush in the KHL still.
Yeah, but isn't the KHL also like more rough?
I honestly don't know that much about them as a league, other than like there's a lot of like third line NHLers that will go to the KHL and become like league leading scorers. Like I think even like a fairly washed Ovechkin will go to the KHL and be fine.
Okay.
I don't think there's any worry there, unless he is getting older. Yes, there could be a like. That's
what I mean. I'm talking. I'm not talking about him scoring. I'm talking about
there could be a rapid drop in his health, but like everything as of right now, he's fine.
Yeah.
Thing that could change in a year. It could change in 2 years. It could change. Yes, but that has to happen before I would say he wouldn't be able to be fine. Over there.
No, yeah, I'm not saying he won't be. I'm just bringing in extra talking points. Yeah. I think he'll do it, and congrats, 7th all time. Who did he pass? Mike Richter, or is that just
Mike Gartner?
That's it.
Gartner, yeah.
Yeah, Richter was the Rangers goalie.
Goalie. He was a goalie. Yep.
When talking about him possibly leaving the Caps, though, the one thing he's been interviewed.
We know. He wants to have a toilet seat on his chest.
The one thing he's been confirmed to have said in an interview was if he was to ever play with another team, he would want it to be Montreal. But then, like in the same interview, he's always been like, "But I don't really want to leave Washington." Blah, blah, blah. I did all that, but like he did say that in an interview once. He wants to Montreal.
So what you're saying is that once he gets traded to Montreal in 4 seasons. That Ilya Kovalchuk is going to come back to the NHL.
Yes.
The dynamic Russian duo. That'd be something. Oh my God,
the dynamic old ass Russian duo.
No, Ovechkin to Habs is never going to happen. But
no, he's gonna go to the Lightning, and he's gonna play he's gonna play in his spot on the second power play.
Stammer, and then sure, fuck off.
Yep. Totally.
That'd be incredible.
All right. Did you guys watch that video I sent?
I did.
I
think I had actually seen that trailer before.
Like, you might have heard about it, Eric. Show. It's there's a new series, a new Mighty Ducks series.
TV series?
That's going to be coming to Disney
on
Plus.
Disney Plus.
Oh.
Should I watch TV near you?
Should I watch the trailer now for a live reaction?
Sure. I'll talk to Ben about it, but
okay, as I watch you guys start off.
So Ben, you're not a huge fan of the movies.
I know this is probably going to get a lot of hockey people mad at me, but
it makes sense that you aren't, because you didn't see them until college.
Yeah, I didn't see them until I was like 20, 21.
So it makes sense that you're not a huge fan. What doesn't make sense is that you didn't watch it when you were a kid.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, had I really heard of those movies until like my teen years? I don't know that I had. I mean, I'm sure I'd seen like a Mighty Ducks trailer on a Disney movie at some point in my childhood. But like, I literally just like, it was a thing that I just completely missed. Really, the only hockey movie I grew up with was Miracle. And that was also basically it.
Also a good one.
The other thing that usually gets people like revokes my hockey fan card is I don't like the movie Slapshot. And everybody always gets mad at me for that. I don't even know if you've seen that.
Danielle says that I'll love it. Is that the one with the triplets with long hair? They run around?
Yeah, and it's the Chiefs. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she thinks I'm going to love that, so eventually I'll watch it, and maybe I will. But
it's a hard meh for me. But
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I watched the Mighty Ducks, and like especially the first one. Like I can see that as like if I had watched that as a kid, I probably would have gone nuts for it. Like
freaking right.
It's a fun time. It's a fun time, but like I don't know. I don't have the nostalgic memories attached to it. So that's probably a big part of why I just it's like it's okay.
You don't have the nostalgic memories, and when you watched it like seeing all of the inconsistencies in the actual hockey play.
Yeah,
which when you're a kid you don't see.
Yeah.
So you were like, well, that's a penalty. Yep, so's that and that. And it's like
that's like offside like 5 times.
Yeah, it's they definitely didn't do. And that's one thing I wanted to mention about this is I've seen some of in one of the trailers, not the one I sent. It was a different trailer that I watched, but it shows some of the on ice play, and it's way better. Like the on ice choreography and everything.
Sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But it's a lot smoother. It just looks better. Like they actually look like they know what they're doing.
It makes sense. I mean, Disney. I mean, you see the play in Miracle. There you go.
Yeah.
Disney knows how to film hockey. I guess is less than. I mean, there's 17 years between Miracle and this TV show, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, just watching that trailer, I 100% agree with that. The hockey play actually looks really smooth.
Yeah.
It looks like a fun show. Looks pretty good. I'd give it a shot. And like
I'm so
seeing
hyped.
Gordon Bombay come in as like the haggard old coach, I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of fun. Like I'm down with that.
I'm so hype. Nick, I texted, you probably saw in the group chat, but I sent it in the group chat, and then Nick says back, I don't like it.
Really?
And this is his reasoning. His reasoning is, and I actually think that it could have been a lot cooler if they had gone this route. His reasoning is that it shouldn't be Gordon Bombay as the coach. It should be old Charlie Conway.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun.
And I actually agree with him.
I
love seeing old Gordy, but
who knows if that was like their idea and the guy who played Charlie Conway was like,
he might have just said no.
But yeah, no, that probably could have been cooler.
Yeah, I think it could have been cool. But it looks fun. So the premise is that the Mighty Ducks, since their amazing upset from the 90s and since becoming Team America and all that jazz, they have become the Hawks themselves. The OP.
Yeah, they just become this powerhouse, like this assholey team like that. Yeah.
Yep. And then this kid who is not the best gets cut by that's Riley, isn't it?
I was about to say Riley.
Riley from Letterkenny.
Riley from Letterkenny gets cut. And Riley says, if you can't be good, what does he say? It's like, if you can't be like really good, like what's the bother of trying or something.
Yeah.
And
which that's
pretty bad.
Very painfully average hockey player, I take offense to.
Dude, I take offense to that as a fairly average hockey player.
Yeah.
That's like not to a kid. Come on.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Well, the mom responds right after that and says, "Shouldn't kids just be able to play sports for fun?" Like, yeah, mom, right on.
Yeah, you got this, mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they go and then they make their own team, and Gordon Bombay comes back and coaches, is my assumption, or he does something.
It looks fun though. I'd give it a shot.
I'm definitely watching it when it comes out, and I'll review it for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What's
fantasy? Our fantasy league has Ben. You're still not doing too great.
No, I mean, like, I feel like I'm doing better than I was last week.
I would say
am
I? Well.
No, actually, I don't think I am. No, I don't think I am.
Well, let's see. How much were you behind before?
I don't remember. It's not good. I'm 310 behind the lead. It's not good.
Now. Yeah, it's not. Okay.
But so like, there's a few teams I could catch. Like, I could still easily catch probably up to your mom, and that's about it.
I think so. Like, well, there's still a lot of season left. You could catch.
There still is a lot of season left.
The right
but
stuff
like,
happens.
I gotta start doing some stuff.
You do.
Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, I'm still basement dwelling down there.
Yeah, he's still
inside.
And
I'm not gonna lie. When you said I can still catch up to your mom, I thought somebody named their team Your Mom, and then I realized you were referring actually to Mike's mom.
I'm actually referring to Mike's mom's team. She's in fourth right now. The best I can probably catch is fourth right now, like realistically.
Okay.
Yeah, realistically, yes, because you're only one.
I'm 919. She's 1064. Like that's
doable.
That's catchable.
That's doable.
But like,
Nick,
it's not going well. It's not going well.
Nick has lengthened his lead. He last time we recorded and talked about it, I believe I was in the lead by like 20 points maybe, and Nick has since passed me and lengthened his lead to almost 100 points like he keeps getting ridiculous nights from his players. Like
it's
like
a little
Jonathan
annoying.
Huberdeau with 3 goals and 2 assists in one game.
Oh yeah, the other night, yeah.
And Leon Draisaitl with 6 assists in an 8-5 win over the Senators. Like, it's not normal. Honestly, the things that are happening.
I'm so pissed that these last 2 games the Habs played against the Sens went the way they did, because like you'd think the one time that me having a lot of Habs players would benefit me would be against the Senators, who have like been consistently getting routed like 7-2, like 8-, like no, they lose 3-2 to them and then beat them 2-1 today. But anyway, I'm not bitter.
Yeah. No, the only time having a lot of Canadians is good is when they are going up against the Canucks.
Playing Vancouver. Yeah, like they fuck Vancouver up, I guess. Problem is they've already gotten, I think, 5 or 6 of their games against them done already. So like there's those points banked pretty much, because they only have like 3 or 4 games left against them.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you drafted poorly, Ben, I think is what happened.
I did. And then I traded poorly.
Yes. Yes, you did.
It's a wombo combo right there. You know?
Fleeced.
So did you just GM poorly?
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, he was.
I've done well, like in fantasy. I think one time I got like second place once. I think, and
that's good. That's good.
Bad.
No, it's not. I've gotten like last or second to last all the rest of the time.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I've never gotten second ever in any fantasy league, so you've done better than I probably will ever do. Yeah. So that's good in my book.
That's because
who knows?
You've stopped doing it at a certain point. You just stop, and that's why you end up in the end.
Also,
what I need to do is because I don't have a chance of like just having enough like superstar players at this point, because I've been dumb. What I need to do is start following which players are hot and just keep picking up guys for like 3 or 4 or 5 games if I'm going to have any chance of doing it.
Could do that. It's like stock investing.
Yeah.
You gotta get the good stock, get them to go up, and then dump them when they're done.
I gotta figure out my GameStop.
Yeah.
This episode of the Fifth Line Podcast is sponsored by Stonks.
Stonks. Not stocks.
Helping you eat the rich since 2021.
Oh.
All right.
Anyway, how about our teams?
Yeah, let's talk about our teams. Let's talk about. It's been a while since we've talked about our teams, except for Ben. We talk about him every time.
Can I start off?
Yeah, I do every time. Let's start with Eric because we haven't heard from him in a while. How are your Isles doing?
Okay, not good, but they just beat Pittsburgh 4-3 in regulation.
It's a
miracle.
Didn't give a point away. Nice.
It's a miracle. But yeah. So all right. So the Islanders, they were just on a slide, and I don't know how many games it was.
The Isles?
Yeah, hold on. I just gotta pull up their.
Let's see. Oh, you okay over there, Benny?
Yeah, I just hit my keyboard tray.
So they were on a 5-game losing streak, and they just broke that tonight.
Oh.
And the teams
I
they
was
lost.
not paying attention to the Islanders. What were they doing?
So all right, so they lost to Washington twice. And they lost to Philly twice. They lost to Philly twice, and they lost to New Jersey. That was the first game in their losing streak.
New Jersey's the rough one.
So I didn't see that.
One, but still 5. That's
yeah. I didn't see much of the Jersey game, but Scott Wedgewood got a shutout that game. And listen, I know New Jersey. I know they have Mackenzie Blackwood, and they got to use their other guy. And Mackenzie Blackwood's okay. But Wedgewood, just like the Islanders, they beat them. I think it wasn't a back-to-back, but they beat the Devils 4-1. Like they lit them up the other night, and then they just get shut out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Scott Wedgewood has a Stanley Cup ring with the Lightning, doesn't he? I thought I saw his name in the bubble. He was in the bubble.
Can you
I could be totally wrong.
He's been with New Jersey for forever. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's not new this year.
I thought he was with Toronto for a bit.
No, I think he's been like.
Why is he here in a Lightning jersey?
Or did he? Did he really? Did he leave the Devils and then go back?
Current teams, New Jersey Devils, Syracuse Crunch. I think he was in the bubble. I'm fairly certain he has a Stanley Cup.
No way.
I'm really certain. Let me look at hockey.
I mean, he might have a ring, but he wouldn't be on because he didn't play any games.
No, he didn't play any games. Where are we? NHL
standings. I just completely missed that. Okay.
2 years.
I honestly thought he was just with New Jersey the whole time because he had been in there for a good long while.
He might. No, I think you're right. It doesn't say anything about Tampa Bay here.
Oh, man, I was going to say, well, when you put it that way, the Islanders lost to a Stanley Cup champion.
I'm almost positive I saw him. in like the afterwards celebrations or whatever. But I could be very wrong, and it seems as though I am. But his current teams on Google says New Jersey Devils and Syracuse Crunch.
And Syracuse Crunch.
Yeah, which is quite odd.
But you said the Islanders just won tonight?
Yeah, so they just won tonight. Real quick, though, for the viewers, the Syracuse Crunch, that is the AHL affiliate of the Tampa Bay Lightning, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So they just won tonight. But here's the thing. In their losing streak, the big loss, in my opinion. So they lost to the Devils. Then they lost their first game against the Capitals 2-3. And the next game, they came out flying. I think they scored 3 goals in the first period, and they lost that game 6-3 against Washington. And it was just abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Washington had themselves
6 unanswered goals? My God.
Yeah, Washington had themselves a second period. I think they scored 4 in the second. And that was just like, you already have a 2-game slide, and then that's the third, and that just doesn't make you feel great. And now you're going into Philly to play Philly.
I think
and it's Philly.
I think that was the last good night I had in fantasy. John Carlson helped me out that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, sorry. I was just gonna say that was also funny because he got super hype over a 79-point night.
Yeah, well, it was because everybody else did really bad that night, and I felt good for the first time in forever. I've not had much success in fantasy this year. Okay.
Forever.
So the 2 games against Philly were both OT losses, so they got a point out of each of those. But with the second one that I was watching, you could just, like when you just see your team playing, you could just tell. You can just tell, like once the momentum swings the other way, it's over. So it's in overtime. Barzal takes a high sticking penalty because Barzal, the nice job, buddy. And then the Flyers score in the ensuing power play. But yeah, so they've kind of been, again, I haven't been watching them too much, but they've kind of been up and, well, I mean, just down, now starting to go up. But one thing I will say is goaltending hasn't been an issue. The Islanders, I think Ilya Sorokin, I don't think he has a win yet, but he's been playing way better than that first outing against the Rangers where he lost 5-0.
Yes.
Just the team in front of him hasn't really been, giving him
doing the best.
Giving him the team play that he needs. So that is a good thing that I'm excited about. And goal scoring seems to still be a problem, but they won 4-3 tonight. So that's I think Clutterbuck scored, Anders Lee scored, and Eberle scored 2 goals. So that's good. Your guys who should be scoring are scoring. So maybe they can carry the momentum. We'll see. We shall see. And that's all I have to say about the Isles.
All right. Yeah, we haven't heard about the Isles in a very long time, actually.
Yeah. Oh, and they play. Who
they have next?
They play the Rangers next. Ooh,
okay.
Yep.
Rangers, who are on not a hot streak,
been kind of
they've been coming on,
figuring it out though, right?
Yeah, like they are now tied with Buffalo, literally the same exact stats. 10 games played, 4-4-2, 10 points.
You know why,
that's
right?
It's not terrible for either of those teams. Like that's, it's not a good record.
I would say it's not good for the Rangers because the Rangers were.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Rangers could probably be better than that.
But one thing that was brought up in the Steve Dangle podcast was maybe getting Tony DeAngelo out might help them out.
That's what I was going to say.
A lot of that room does not seem to have liked him.
Nope.
Like that might be a blessing in disguise there, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see because I think Lafreniere still has a lot more he could give than he has.
Oh my God, yeah.
This
what is
season,
he? 18? 19?
Yeah, I think he just needs a little more leeway. I think he needs a little more leeway to start.
He's still a child.
Well, it's just because you see the dumbasses who because people have been doing it with Jesperi Kotkaniemi for the last couple of years too. Or they'll just be like, "Oh, bust" or whatever. I'm like, yes, I am gonna very confidently say that the 19 to 20-year-old-ish center is already a bust after he had like a 30-point season. Sure, yeah, that's a good thing to say. Like I'm always annoyed when people are like talking about an 18-year-old player just playing in his first season in the NHL being like, bust when he doesn't get 10 goals in the first 5 games. I'm like
unreal, yeah.
Give it a sec.
Unreal expectations. Nail Yakupov. That's a bust.
Well, he just ended up not really being much. Yeah, like that was pretty bad.
That's a bust right there. All right, so the Lightning. Also, real quick, I looked it up. Last year, Wedgewood played for the Syracuse Crunch, and I believe he was the 3rd string emergency goalie. So So I'm not crazy. I definitely saw.
Where did he end up in the system at some point? That's weird.
How did he end up in the system?
Did he leave the Devils at some point?
The year before he was with the Rochester Americans. Is that the Devils? Oh no, that's the Sabres.
That's the Buffalo affiliate.
The year before that, he was with the Ontario Reign, which I would assume is the Kings.
Yeah. I wonder if he's one of those guys.
The year before that, he played on the Coyotes. The year before that.
That's the team, the Coyotes. Thank you.
5-9, 5-9, 5-9-4 in his 20 games that he played.
I really thought he was just with New Jersey the entire time. I guess he didn't do much anywhere else.
Binghamton Devils in 2017-2018. That was the last time he was there.
Oh, so then he just went back there. Okay.
Yeah, then he just went back. But yeah, so I was not crazy in this case.
How are your boys?
So the Lightning, they're doing Lightning things. They're back to doing Lightning things, I would say. They've lost 1 game in regulation against Columbus. And they've lost 1 game in overtime against the Hurricanes. But that's it. Other than that, they've been winning. They won 1 game in overtime against Columbus. And I don't know if they've won any others in overtime. I think the rest have been regulation. But they got 15 points, and they're back on top of the Central Division. So all is well. And they just debuted these bad boys on the ice.
I saw that last night. They look great on the ice.
They look so good. Yes.
Can I say something real quick about that? The gloves with the dark gray that just tied it all together for me. So sweet. So like very retro. Love it.
My favorite part was the pants, dude. The pants were legit.
Yes.
The pants look so good.
The whole thing was good. Yeah.
The whole ensemble.
There's been a lot that's been sort of. I actually have had a few swaps in opinion on some of the retros. But no, Tampa's still like I thought it was gorgeous when they did the video drop, and I thought it was gorgeous on the ice.
Totally, it totally is one of the best, top 5 at least. If you don't have it in your top 5, you're an idiot. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
My other favorite one that I've seen since like it got on the ice would definitely be Minnesota's. Within the whole uniform looks so good. I know there's been a lot of people have been tweeting like, oh, the Subway jersey or whatever, because it kind of looks like Subway colors. Like
it totally is Subway colors, but you know what? Those colors look good.
Like it looks good. It doesn't change the fact that it looks like really good as a jersey. I might buy that. I'm kind of going between that and the LA one is like I'm gonna get
for your
the Habs one. Once my tax return gets in, I'm probably going to get the Habs one. And then if I'm going to get one other one of the rest, and I'm going between LA and Minnesota.
Okay. I don't know what I'll go with. I'm going to go with the Islanders.
I can't do Tampa. I love Tampa's jersey, but I can't do Tampa just because I have too many tough memories.
You're not allowed to wear it. Not allowed.
Wait, Mike, what were you gonna say? What are you leaning towards jersey-wise?
No, I made a joke and said I was gonna go with the Islanders one.
I was about to say I can't wait until the Islanders unveil their reverse retro, and I'm watching them and I go, wait a minute, oh, these are the reverse. I didn't even notice, and then just continue watching the game because it's the same jersey.
I know it's gonna be like you're gonna have to listen.
Any more boring?
I mean,
dude,
you know what I will say?
The fisherman.
Yes. First off, yes, 1,000 times yes. Secondly, though, the fact that the Islanders basically kept the jersey the same and it's not the worst reverse retro, that's kind of funny to me. I don't think it's the worst.
What the fuck Detroit is
doing.
Detroit, yeah. It's boy. Yeah. It's not good.
That's all I'm going to say. If I got a reverse retro, though, it would be LA, just because I do like the Kings as well. And I don't have any purple jersey of any sorts, and I love purple jerseys. That being said, LA, Arizona.
Oh, the Arizona one is sick.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool one, actually.
Yeah.
LA's is one of the ones that I really liked in the drop, and then when I saw it on the ice last week, I was like, oh.
It looks because when it's under the lights, when it's under the lights on the ice, the purple doesn't look as vibrant.
It's like dark. Yeah. It's like muted, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get another one as well. Dude, I want... It's not available, but the Nordiques one.
Oh, the Abs one.
That's my second
I'm sure
choice.
That one sold out right.
I could probably buy it on the Adidas website, but...
Speaking of jerseys, the Caps unveiled like their alternate. It wasn't.
I like that one.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
They're not bad.
I was a fan. I'm a big fan of simple jerseys though, so that makes sense. It's just a W with a bunch of stripes, so I'm probably gonna like it.
Yeah. Benny.
Yeah.
It's your favorite time.
Oh, do I get
talk about the Canadians?
Oh, yes. Hell yes.
Ben, what jersey are you wearing?
This is a Thomas Plekanec one.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay.
Where's your turtleneck?
I bought it from a guy on Twitter during quarantine in like April. I bought it for I think he was selling it for like $50, and it's like stitched Plekanec.
Ooh, nice.
The stitching job isn't like the best, but it was also $50, and it's like a legit Reebok. So yeah, hell yeah. But anyway, the Habs. Since we last spoke, they demolished the Canucks twice again, but that doesn't appear to be hard anymore. I don't know. I thought that they were going to be a lot better than they appear to be.
They appear to be shite.
I knew they had lost some stuff, but I didn't think. I don't know.
It's kind of. Is it time to panic?
I think it might be because they, after losing the tour, they had their 4-game win streak, sure, but 2 of those games were against Ottawa. But we'll get to Ottawa. But 2 of those games were against Ottawa. They demolished them, and then they get demolished twice by the Habs, and then once by the Leafs 7-3, and then they're en route to that, if not there already tonight. What's the score tonight? Let's
see.
Final is 5-1 Leafs. So, yes, I think it might be time to panic for them. It's been rough. Like, I thought they were going to be better than this. But regardless, the Habs got the 2 wins against them. And then Thursday, they lost to Ottawa, and it was just like they didn't play for like the first 40 minutes. Like they were there. They got a goal early and went up 1-0. Then Ottawa got 2 goals in I think like a span of like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, like near the end of the first, and then that just deflated them until like third, and they're like, ah, shit, we probably should start doing things. And I was like, yeah, it might have been better to start this a little earlier, guys. And then, like, with 4 minutes left, Sherratt got a double minor, and then Habs scored a shorthanded goal and got it to 3-2 because they now have 7 shorthanded goals in I think 11 or 12 games already this year, which is just
something dumb.
Whatever. And it got to be 3-2, and then I think it was a pretty bullshit call on Tatar at the end on that boarding call on Goodbranson to make it 5-on-3. And I think, honestly, with the way they were playing, they had Price pulled. I think they could have easily tied it, but still, they did dumb things in the first and second period that got them into the position where they needed a call to go the right way in the third.
You're 30 seconds from the end against Ottawa, and you're down. Like,
you shouldn't be down 3.
The end isn't the issue here.
It's like yes, it was a bad call, but like, why are you down 3-2 to Ottawa with 30 minutes or 30 seconds left? Why is this a situation?
It was the first 59 minutes that did you in.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And then today, I don't know. I think I know what it is with the Habs because they depend so much on. Like they depend so much on counteracting a team's attack. Like so much of their offense is driven on like taking advantage of other teams' mistakes. So like when good players on a team will take a risk that they normally would because they're good players to make a play in the offense, there's so much of their offense is based on taking advantage of that and scoring off of a play, off of a rush like that. With the Senators, their game plan is to hang back and try to just do the same thing the Habs do. Is they're going to hang back the whole time until they get a maybe chance that they can do something, and they'll take advantage of that because they're hardworking, but they don't have maybe the skill level. So when the Habs try to do their thing of counteracting an attack, it doesn't really work so well against the Senators. Or last year, they did the same thing. It didn't work against the Red Wings. I don't know if that's just me going crazy. I think that's what it might be. But today, they at least... like the period strong, like they were outplaying the Senators. They were out shooting them like 20 to like 10 or 15, somewhere around there, like through 2 periods. It was in the third period that Ottawa actually really kind of took on the game and like were outplaying the Habs towards the end. It was just, I don't know, it was weird. They always go back against the team. Like it was easily the 2 worst games. Hello? Are we disconnecting?
No, I'm still here. I think we're all still here. I'm not sure what's going on.
The video just got all hella pixely.
Yeah, some technical difficulties for sure. But
yeah, okay. I don't know. They at least got that second game, but it was so fucking close today. Anyway, they have Toronto on. They have a good few days off now. They have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, and then Toronto on Wednesday. I think that is going to be really because yes, they've done really well. But I think how many of their wins have been against Vancouver?
5?
1, 2, 4. 4 wins have been against Vancouver. They've played 5 games against Vancouver and won 4 of them, and they have 8 wins. So half of their wins been against Vancouver. And then they've split series against Calgary and Ottawa, and then they have 2 wins against Edmonton. And then they have a shootout loss against Toronto. So I think this Wednesday game against Toronto is going to be like the best they've had in some time. Like they've been beating teams largely been beating teams that they should beat. I think they should have won that game on Thursday. They just didn't play for the first 40 minutes. And then when they started playing, they actually did pretty decent. But it's going to be Toronto, and then they have Toronto and Edmonton back-to-backs Wednesday, Thursday. And then they have Toronto again on Saturday. So this next 3 games, however this goes, I think is really going to be the first big test. And I think the crazy thing is, after that Toronto game next Saturday, they have a full week off until they play Toronto again on a Saturday.
Huh.
Like they have, I'm going to look ahead in their schedule because it must be hell. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the next few months get terrible because their February is easy as hell. The February is easy as hell. They don't play, like they're going to be playing Winnipeg for the first time on February 25th. And Winnipeg is actually pretty decent in the Canadian division.
Yeah.
Like it's then March and April get nuts. Like the last 2 weeks of March, game wise, last 2 or 2.5 weeks of March are nuts for the Habs. I don't know, but like I was saying, the next 3 games are going to be like the first big test they've had in a while. So that's when I'm going to start kind of paying attention and seeing what happens. Because largely they've gotten the points they should have, except for that one Ottawa game. I can't be that mad about what's been happening so far. It's been fun. And they got the 2 they got Tyler Foley still at the top league wide, right? Or is he?
Yep.
Like I can't be mad. I can't be mad. The only one other thing is Carey Price has looked very shaky. But he kind of consistently always looks shaky to start the season. They've just never had a realistic backup option that could win them games consistently without Carey. So I'm hoping that Allen's taking the load a little bit right now. He's 4-0-1, I think now, or 5-0-1, one or the other. I think 4-0-1. I think he's only played 5 games. So he's definitely made up for the trade. It's Carey that kind of just has to get his feet under him, and hopefully he will soon. I think he's definitely capable of it, but like there's a lot of people on Habs Twitter that are freaking out about Carey right now, but like it's also the same thing that happens at the beginning of every season. He always starts slow. Like it just happens every time. Hopefully he'll be able to kind of rebound from that soon. And now I'm done with the Habs. Sorry.
All right.
No.
There it is. Yeah, they've impressed me. They've impressed me for sure. I'm interested to see they're number one. They're number 1 in the league right now. No. Yes.
No, I think Toronto passed ahead of them. Definitely.
Oh, actually,
they're
they
still
did.
Ahead of,
they did.
Toronto
They did pass
still
ahead
of them,
right now,
especially after getting Vancouver tonight.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. I didn't think about that. So they're number 1 at least they're number 2 in the Canadian division now. You guys it's just you and Toronto leapfrogging every time you win a game. It's just like
it really is. Yeah.
So Wednesday will be the test.
Wednesday will be the big test. It's Wednesday, Thursday against Edmonton, and then Toronto again on Saturday. It's going to be a big 3 games for Montreal. Hopefully, it looks like Armia might actually be back for that. One last thing I'll say is he's getting close. I think he had flu-like. I think he has concussion symptoms. I think he's mostly okay there. I heard on the broadcast today he had flu-like symptoms. So it was kind of a COVID type, keep him out of the lineup for now. So hopefully he'll be back soon because the line of him, Toffoli, and Kakaniemi had really started to get kind of gelled together right before he got injured. And he was looking good. So hopefully he'll be able to come back and have an effect. But yeah.
Real quick, I'd like to talk about the Blue Jackets. The other night, the two new guys got some points.
Yeah, I know Laine won a game without a goal, and then the next game, him and Roslovic both got goals. So
they both got goals, and Roslovic actually had an assist as well. So
yeah, so
new guy
big
Roslovic
night for their guys.
Yep, which is interesting to see. I still think they're going to win that trade. Dubois hasn't played yet.
He's playing tonight, I think.
Does he play tonight?
I think he is because I saw him doing a bunch of pregame warm up type tweets today.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's in tonight.
Maybe I'll watch.
Vancouver plays.
Wait.
Or not Vancouver, Winnipeg.
No, they play. Winnipeg plays.
They don't play tonight.
They don't play tonight.
Oh, they play on Monday, maybe.
I'm dumb. Well, I saw him in like the Winnipeg locker room today. I figured they had a game, but like he was there. So he's out of the like COVID protocol. He's at least with the team now. So I would guess the next game they play.
They play Tuesday. They play Tuesday and they play the Flames.
Wow, they're 7-3-1. That's quietly pretty good, actually.
Yeah, Winnipeg. It's Winnipeg is right there with Toronto and Montreal. Like they could easily. They're going to be in the hunt.
Yeah. It could be one of the four, for sure. At this point, it looks almost solidified that Vancouver and Ottawa won't be.
You know, I will admit that my call to have Ottawa in the playoffs was mostly shit posting, but I didn't think it was this far out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought they were going to be something more than this.
Like, I thought they could do some things. And I mean, the last two games with the Habs, they have done some things. And, like, I was really annoyed the last two games, really. But, like, they're still 2-9-1. They have 5 points on the season.
It's pretty bad.
Through 12 games. They have 5 of a possible 24 points.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good at all.
That's rough. I mean, it's a long season. I mean, not that long, but there's a lot left.
There is a lot left. They could still bring it back, but they got to start winning some games.
Canadian division really, luckily they haven't really seen too many COVID issues yet. But that could still come into play and just screw some stuff up. Like anything could still happen, but like, fuck.
Yeah, they got to hope for a team-wide decimation of Corona for three of the teams right at the end.
Yeah,
is what they need to hope for. But
oh man,
it's not great. I was really hoping they'd do more too, but
I mean, they have their 2 wins are against the top 2 teams in the division.
So. Yeah,
like it's fucking weird. I don't know.
This is the problem. They're playing down to their competition.
The Habs are so good at that. They really are. It was so frustrating to watch because it was literally a repeat of last season. The Danault, Tatar, Gallagher line was the only one doing anything the first game. And nobody else get anything. It was literally just a repeat of last season, the last 2 games. It's been rough, but yeah.
One of the games, I think it was the first one, the one they won, Stützle had 3 points.
He had at least a goal and an assist. He might have had 3 points. I don't know.
He had 2.
I know he had at least had
maybe
2.
2. Yeah, maybe just 2. But I think that was his first multi-point game. He's come out. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, no, he was strong in that game.
He's looking like a 3rd overall pick.
He is.
Yeah.
I was just mad they lost their first game in the reverse retro.
That does suck. Those looked really good as well. I liked to look at those
clean.
on the ice.
They did. I don't understand. All right, so people are like, the blue on the pants doesn't match the blue of the jersey. Like,
I don't like that.
Okay.
Ben is one of those guys.
I understand that, but it's like it's different materials. Like, you know, like pants are just like
but no, you could just buy pant shells. You could match the color.
You could match.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
It is.
That
lighter.
is true.
Like I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from, Eric, because like sometimes different materials, you know.
But it's like so off. Like it's so off. I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely could get some darker shells.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not a lifelong Canadiens fan, so I shouldn't. You know, I don't.
No, it's not the biggest deal. I'm just annoying.
No, but dude, listen. I've completely forgot about it. Like, no, you could get shells for it, but I guess I don't know. At the same time, maybe because those pants they wear the same as like, are they like the regular pants that they wear with their other?
Pants they wear every uniform. Yeah.
So maybe. You know, the classic hockey player thing of, like very, very rigid, very like, if we do it this way, we just are going to do it this way.
Yeah.
You know?
And if any team's going to do that, it's going to be the Canadiens.
Yep. So maybe that's
one thing I would like to say, Ben, you're not obviously not the only fan base that's like that, because I follow a guy, I follow a Lightning fan on Twitter his handle's like Bolts Jolts or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I really like the reverse retros, but could they have made the gloves match at least? And I'm like, What? They're black gloves.
Like, they're black with gray, like the dark grayish. So that looks sweet. That looks awesome, dude.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the third jersey gloves, but like they match.
Yeah.
Like he's going real nitpicky.
You know, like the old Tampa jerseys with like all right, the reverse retro you're wearing, Mike. Like in the logos, it has that silvery grayish color. Like that's why they have the gloves with that. So, like that's cool. I
honestly think that shoulder patch is probably the best shoulder patch they've had. It's pretty cool.
Yep,
it is. The classic.
I like the classic crest too. Like the old font. It's fun.
It's nice.
I like that.
Yep. This is the font. That I have an old jersey, you know, I have that old home jersey. This is the font that I'm getting for the back. Because that's the font they used for numbers and names.
When they first started,
right off the rip, they used that.
They had that font on the name bars. What player are you getting?
Dude, I gotta go Marty.
Was he there when they wore that?
Oh yeah, he was there.
With the original. Was
he there for the original? I'm pretty sure he got there in like '99, and then like that's the year that 2000 was the first year that they went to like a block letter instead of the weird font. But yeah,
I mean, Marty would make sense. I mean,
dude, my favorite player,
I love the guy. He's still weirdly enough, he haunts me more for my memories of him as a Ranger than he does as a Lightning. Because it was the 2014 series in the conference finals against the Rangers. He just victimized Dustin Tokarski in overtime one game. It was rough, and that was basically it for that series.
What a guy!
But no, that makes sense.
Tree trunk legs.
Yeah,
he had some legs. My God.
Yep. Yeah, he had some big legs. He probably still has them too. He probably bikes 100 miles every day. But yeah, I actually have a whole. I have all those blank jerseys. I have like a plan for each and every one.
So which jerseys do you have? The old home Tampa. Then what else?
The old home, but was that the home or was that the away? I can't.
I have the away at that point,
remember.
But black.
The old black one. I got the old black, which I'm putting San Luis on. I've got the like the 2011 2012 era Bolts third, the one with the blue one.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which I'm gonna put Vinny on that one. Old Vinny.
Yeah, but Vinny on that one,
because he was still there. Flyers legend, Vincent LeCavalier.
Flyers legend, LA legend, Vincent LeCavalier.
He played at LA.
I think for like 2 seconds, at the end there.
But yeah, I'm putting Vinny on that one. I've got the Bolts third now that I'm flip-flopping on. Maybe I might be going Hedman or I might be going Point.
Well, what about the back of the one you're wearing?
And then I've got this one. I got to put Stammer on this one.
You already have a Stammer.
I know, but I got to do it. Do it.
I feel like you could. What were the two you had for the black gradient alternate?
Hedman and Point.
Well, why don't you do one of each on the reverse retro and the black and gray? Then you have 3 different ones because you already have a Stammer.
I guess I could. Yeah, we'll see. Because I love Stammer.
I mean, do what you want, but
I love him and he's never leaving.
No,
he'll leave eventually.
He might be leaving at some point.
I wonder if there'll be some cap issues at the end of this year. Probably.
Kind of got lucky with the whole. I mean, not lucky that you don't have Kucherov, but that sort of solved your salary cap real quick.
That's true. Yep. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think Tyler Johnson. So this solves $5 million of the cap problem. I think Tyler Johnson is going to Seattle. That's my guess. He's from Washington, so that'll be nice. Maybe. And he's a pretty solid player at not an awful. That's a pretty good price.
You don't want to be paying him $5 million, but it's not like the end of the world.
That's a pretty good price, except for on the Lightning, because he doesn't get all that much playing time because he's not one of the top players.
Yeah, I think if you put him in the right position, he could return to being fairly productive, and he probably still wouldn't be worth the $5 million contract. But like he could be closer to it than he is right now.
Oh yeah. He had his way with the Canadians in what was it, 2015, I think.
He did. Yeah, Tyler Johnson is also another player I don't have great memories of. I think he was the one that scored that goal. I think it was game. I want to say it was either 3 or 4, and it made the Lightning either go up 3-1 or 3-0. I don't remember which, but it was with like literally a second left in the game, and it was gonna go to overtime, and he put it in. That was just soul crushing. Like, I think it made the series 3-0. I think because I think the Habs got like 2 games back and then lost in the 6th.
I do remember that.
But yeah, no, Tyler Johnson, he has some bad memories in my head too.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that series because I think we watched one of the last games
at prom.
No.
Well, we did watch. There was one game we watched where PA Parento got the OT winner, and it was at our senior prom. It was against the Lightning. Yeah, because that was game 3. No, was it? It was after we got back from senior trip.
Oh, I thought it was while we were on senior trip. I thought we watched the game in
New York. There was one game we on senior trip where I think we listened to it. Oh. And Tampa won it in overtime. Yeah. That was when we were at the Washington Hotel.
And then he got a bum wrist.
Yeah.
And the Lightning lost.
It's a Chicago.
That was a frustrating series. That was a frustrating series. Anyway.
All right. You guys ready to wrap this bad boy up?
Yes. Before we do, a few milestones. Shea Weber, 1,000 games.
Oh, yeah.
1,000 games. And celebrated that by losing to the Senators 3-2.
Oh, that was that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They looked good doing it.
Well, no, he won in his 1,000th game, and then like they did the ceremony before the Ottawa game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that. Yeah.
Oh no! Sorry. No, continue your thought.
No, I was just gonna say I thought I saw the 1,000th game thing, and then like they did the ceremony, and I was like, I thought he already got that, but
he played the 1,000th game against Vancouver, and then they lost to Ottawa after the ceremony.
And another old guy racking up some games. Patrick Marleau is into 5th all time on games played.
Did he go back to San Jose again?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I wanted them to do good.
He has 1,723 games, and for reference, the player with the most games played is Gordie Howe with 1,767. So Patrick Marleau is 44 games away from breaking Gordie Howe's record.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
Can this year?
No, not this year.
Not this year. That's a good question.
10.
Yeah, about. Oh, maybe.
Then he could.
He could do it.
Let's go.
He could do it. Don't catch Corona.
Everyone.
Don't catch Corona. I swear to God.
The players below Gordie Howe, Mark Messier, Jaromir Jagr, Ron Francis. Those are the only players that stand in his way.
Dude, he's gonna.
That'd be kind of cool. I mean, hey,
that's pretty
if he
sick.
Can do it, that'd be cool.
1,700 games.
I honestly didn't remember. I did not notice that he had gotten re-signed by anybody. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
He went back to the Sharks, man.
I mean, that makes sense. They'll re-sign him until he like loses a leg. I don't know.
Re-sign him. They might have just re-signed him so he could get this record.
Yeah.
Maybe. So yeah, congrats to Patrick and Shea.
That's pretty sweet.
That is
congrats to Patty. That's cool. Hopefully he can get to the end. Get to that record. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they've only played 9 games, so he can definitely.
Oh, so he.
Oh dear.
Here got down to be around for records. Oh wait, did we?
Okay, there we go. You guys froze up for me. My internet must be crapping out. Better end before my modem explodes.
Oh geez. There we go. We're good.
Okay. All right. So congrats to those guys.
You can't break that record.
Congrats to those guys. I'm excited. I hope Patty Marleau does it this year because that would be freaking sweet.
That would be cool.
And yeah. So any closing remarks from either of you guys?
I don't have hockey to watch till Wednesday. That sucks.
Yeah.
I could watch some other games, I suppose.
Watch other games, yeah. I spend all day watching games.
I never bought a NHL TV thing though. I get games for free.
True.
From a completely legitimate stream.
Yes, it's totally legal and totally epic.
Oh yeah.
It's totally beast, I should say. All right.
We'll leave it at that.
All right. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the next one.